Welcome in, everyone, to the locker room. It is week 3 of the high school football season across the state of Indiana. We've got some conference matchups starting tonight and, of course, some regional rivalries taking center stage. So this evening, why not start with the best of both worlds? It's the battle for Steuben County. We have got the Angola Hornets hosting the Eagles from Fremont for the first time since 2015. High energy in this one. The Eagles force an early stop. They get the ball looking for the lead, the handoff, but the Eagles cannot hold on to it. The mad grab, and it's Angola coming up with it in great position to score. Then the Hornets on their second drive making it count. That's the first play of the second quarter. Hawk Hasselman getting the ball and working his way into the end zone. Angola scratches the board first, 7-0. Then Hawk has to dance, and then we get to our punt. The Hornets forcing the punt. Alex Thomas getting a hand on it. Live ball bounces around, ends up back in the hands of Thomas. The quick turnover for Angola gives them the chance to score again. Wildcat offense. Hasselman again with the ball at the goal line. He is in. 14-0 Angola. They hold bragging rights over Steuben County for another year as they go on to roll. 34-0 your final. We've got plenty of their action across the NECC as well, so let's run through some quick scores. Last season's big and small division champs lined up against each other, with Garrett coming away with that 17-7 win over Busco, and then Eastside and West Noble, a competitive battle with the Blazers coming out with that win. Then Lakeland doesn't have to travel far this week, taking on Prairie Heights, and they sure enjoyed that trip, 40-6. Then we've got two teams playing some non-conference matchups, with LaVille dominating over Central Noble. Fairfield and Jimtown coming down to the wire, but the Jimmies get it 29-28. Now we've got some other big-time conference matchups across our region, and now how about we start with the best of Fort Wayne? We've seen Northrop and Northside really rolling this season. Both entered tonight undefeated. One of them, that means, is going to enter this weekend a perfect 3-0 with an early season SAC win. Let's take a look at the action from Spooler Stadium. Northrop leads by 3 here in the second half. That's where we resume. The Bruins defense looking to keep it that way. The big hit by Ife Mdobi knocks the ball loose. Northside holds on to it. Credit Cornelius Jackson helping bring them down. And Northrop asserting its physicality. But the Legends rally back. This is on 4th and goal. Jaden Rivers to Malik Moore in the end zone. That is a touchdown. Northside takes the lead 16-13. But then it's time for the extra point attempt. Usually we won't show these, but we will if it's blocked. Blocked by the Bruins. That helps swing the momentum here at the end of the third quarter, entering the fourth. The Bruins rally back. They pick up the home victory, 25-16. They are 3-0 on the season. How about that? Staying in the Summit City, Carroll takes on Concordia tonight, both looking for their first wins of the season. And it's the Chargers coming out strong. Asher Wagner carries it in for the first touchdown of the night. Carroll goes up by 7. Then take a look at Concordia's Eli Trent with the pass. This one goes to Caleb Geiger, and that is good for a first down. Great catch by him. So we now go into the second quarter, and Carroll's Gabe Freisinger throwing it deep to Jaden Van Pelt, and Carroll is now up 28 points. Then 1 minute later, we've got Freisinger again, throwing this one to Harrison Sheely. Sheely takes it and runs with it. All the way to the house he goes. Carroll proves way too much for the Cadets. Final 52-7. Another set of two teams with high expectations this year, but both in need of their first win. We've got Bishop Luers hosting Snyder late in the second. Snyder punting up 6. Luers letting it roll, but what they don't realize is that bounce off a night. Snyder is going to end up with that ball and possession. But the drive ends in a botched field goal. So Snyder is up 6-0 at the half. And coming out of the locker room, Luers is driving in the red zone, but the bad snap leads to the fumble. Snyder recovers. For Bishop Luers, they've gone 10 straight quarters without scoring. The Panthers end up coming away with this gritty win, picking up their first win of the season. Bishop Luers just 7 points on the season. They head to Southside next week, looking to change that. Now, speaking of Southside, well, the Archers host Homestead this evening, and first quarter no score, but we've got Robert Murphy III looking downfield, and he finds JT Timberlake Johnson. A huge play for the Archer, still staying on his feet, but finally taken out of bounds in scoring position. He is pumped up. Who wouldn't be? The drive would stall from there. 4th down from Southside, and that's where Devin Patterson, now at QB, he's tripped up for the loss. Homestead takes over on downs. But the Spartans playing their first in-town game after playing the first 2 near Indy. And check out the diving catch by Homestead's Carter Kennedy. He's showing off. And then Homestead scores on that drive. They go on to win this one 30-10. Their home opener is next week against a 3-0 Northrop. Now, rounding out our SAC coverage, Bishop Dwenger is on the road at Wayne High School, picking things up after halftime. Dwenger up big, forcing the Wayne punt, and the Saints end up blocking that punt as well. Dwenger takes over with good field position. We are late in the game now, and Wayne is still fighting for points. We've got Justin White gets up on this pass and comes down with the catch. What an effort from him. The Generals drumming up some offense late, but on the last play of the game, Wayne is stuffed at the goal line. Dwenger's defense flexing its muscles. The Saints steamroll the Generals tonight. Up next for Dwenger, a crosstown trip to face the Carroll Chargers. Now, Fort Wayne's independent team also on the road at Wesdale tonight, but that one did not go too well for Blackhawk Christian, the 42-point shutout loss. All right, let's shift gears now and head to the ACAC. We've got South Adams and Bluffton looking to establish themselves early this season. And it's South Adams drawing the first blood in the end zone. They take the lead with that touchdown right there. But don't count out these Bluffton Tigers and Axton Best. The deep ball, what he does best, the great over-the-shoulder catch. And that is going to be a touchdown for the Tigers. This one ends up being relatively close in the end. And Bluffton comes away with the high-scoring affair, but 44-41, your final. They are 3-0. All right, here's a treat for you. We had a camera at Southern Wells tonight. We're catching the matchup with Jay County. Southern Wells looking for their first win since 2023, but here you go. QB Trey Slusher finds his TE Joshua Allback for a big first down to set up Southern Wells in the red zone. Then just a few plays later, that's going to be a touchdown. Slusher this time to Adam Allback in the back of the end zone. Southern Wells gets their first quarter lead, 7-0. Things would start to shift a little bit, though, as we've got Jay County in the second quarter. The screen pass out to Carter Fugit, and you can forget about it as he does it all himself, takes it in, ties this one up 7 apiece. That's where they'd stay until halftime. But in the second half, it's the Raiders picking up their first win in 2 years, just their second victory in 6 years, 21-14. What a win for Southern Wells. Y'all should be celebrating that.